Hi everyone, welcome to Pilates by Rai. Today we're going to be doing a simple beginner mat Pilates. If this is your first video with me, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm a certified Pilates instructor, but I am new to the digital world. I've been teaching in class for a couple years now, and I really just want to make Pilates more accessible for everybody. So I've been having a couple people push me to go into the digital space, so that is kind of what we're doing today. So as I said before, we're going to do a beginner mat Pilates today. All the apparatuses are optional if you want to do the full video to its full extent. I'll have you grab a small band. I'm going to be using a medium tension today, but you can gauge that based on what you're looking for out of today's class, and a set of small dumbbells. If you don't have any dumbbells because you're doing this at home, you can grab cans of vegetables or soup, even water bottles filled with water. Anything to create that little bit of resistance is all that's going to be needed for today. So go ahead and meet me on your mat. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So we're going to start with some cats and cows just to get everything moving. So starting with our hips over top of our knees and shoulders over top of our wrists. Fingers are spread nice and wide. As we take that nice deep inhale, we're going to drop that belly. Our chest shines forward. Gaze goes straight ahead. As you exhale, pushing all that air out of your mouth, we're going to go into that scaredy cat position. So pushing that lower spine all the way up towards the ceiling, really getting a nice good push through your hands. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough still. On that next inhale, breathing through our nose, dropping that belly, our chest shines forward. One more time, we're going to push all that air out, bringing that belly button up towards the ceiling, dropping our head, stretching out the back of our neck. Next inhale, we're going to meet right in neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and start with a plank series today. So starting in that tabletop position, again, getting a nice big base, spreading your fingers as wide as you can. We're going to tuck those toes and we're going to walk those feet out. We're going to tuck that pelvis, activating those glutes. We're going to push away from our mat, creating space between our shoulder blades. Gaze is straight down on your mat. With every exhale, we're going to bring those rib cages together, getting rid of that space in between them. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop those knees, just taking a second to catch our breath before we go right back up. Take that inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we walk those feet back out. Shoulders are stacked over our wrists. We have that nice tuck in our pelvis. Glutes are fired up. With every exhale, we want to engage that core just a little bit more, pulling everything in nice and tight and flat. We have that tuck in our chin. We're reaching with our forehead and our heels, trying to create length in our spine. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bend those knees. We're going to push those bums all the way back towards the end of our mat. On that exhale, push right back up to high plank. We're going to do some pushbacks. Inhale, bum back. Exhale, send everything forward. We got 2 more. Last one. Back at the top here, we're going to hold that plank. Tucking that pelvis, pushing away from our mat. Every exhale, bring that belly button into our spine, tightening that core for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm already shaking. Drop down, push back into a quick child's pose. Awesome job. From here, we're going to flip around. We're going to go into some roll-ups. So feet are about hip distance apart. Toes are flexed up towards the ceiling. We're going to start nice and flat on our mat. I have a clip in my hair, so I'm not all the way down. But for you guys, I want you bringing your head all the way down to your mat, reaching with those arms, keeping that flex in the feet. We want to create length in the back of those legs. Taking that inhale here to prepare. As we exhale, we peel up off our mat, not using any kind of momentum. Inhale, we stretch forward. Exhale, we come back. See, curving those abs, rolling all the way back down onto our mat. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. We roll up, keeping that flex. Inhale, we stretch over. Exhale, we come back to seated. Rolling that pelvis forward, creating that nice C shape in our spine. All the way back down. Inhale, exhale. We stretch forward, pushing those heels in. Inhale as we stretch. Exhale, back to seated. We tuck that pelvis, C-curve that spine all the way down. Okay, we got 2 more. Inhale as we stretch. Exhale back. And we C-curve. This is meant to be a nice, even motion. Using that core. Okay, we're going to take a quick pause here at the top. From here, we're going to restack that spine, tucking our shoulder blades in our back pockets. It's a wonderful visualization. As we exhale, we're going to C-curve, pushing through those heels. Come back to feel that core kind of click in. Inhale, back to seated. Exhale, C-curve back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Beautiful. This next time, we're going to hold that C-curve back. From here, we're just going to inhale as we lift our arms. Exhale, send them back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Keeping those shoulders down. We're already shaking. 2 more. Last one. Exhale all the way back to seated. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, we're going to roll all the way back down on our mat. Meet me there. Okay, so we're going to continue on with some core movements here. So we're going to go into some different traditional style movements with a little bit of a twist. So meeting me on our mat, we're going to bring those knees up to tabletop. As soon as we do that, we're going to tuck that pelvis up towards the ceiling. We want to get that lower back nice and flat along our mat. I once heard this analogy and I thought it was so perfect, and it helped me visualize what my pelvis should be doing so easily. I want you to take a blueberry. We're tucking it underneath our pelvis. We don't want to squish that blueberry completely, but we also don't want to let it roll away. So we don't want to have that pelvis tilt forward, creating that space. We want to keep it nice and tucked, right? Like we're going to hold that blueberry exactly where it is, okay? So we're going to go into single leg stretch. So when doing that, keeping the pelvis nice and stable, we're going to take our hands up by our ears. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we peel up. On that next inhale, we're going to send one leg long to hover the mat. That other leg comes up towards our face. As we exhale, we're going to pulse, pulse. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Keep going. We're squishing that blueberry. And toes are pointing. We're reaching to each side. Keeping that chin tucked towards our chest to help protect the neck. Last ones. Awesome job. Bring those legs straight up. Okay, same thing. That pelvis is nice and tight. We're not tucking too much where we're peeling up, but we also don't have that forward tilt. We're squishing that blueberry. We're going to go into straight leg stretch. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we drop one leg towards our mat. The other leg, we're going to just give it a little pull, pull towards our face. Inhale as we switch. Exhale, pull, pull. You might not be able to reach so far up your leg. That's okay. If you have to have a slight bend, that's okay too. Just try to challenge yourself. Keeping that leg as straight as you can, reaching as high as you can. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. We're just trying to get that nice big stretch. Stretch. 2 more each leg. 1 more. Last one. Awesome job. On that inhale, bring that head back down to rest. Give those knees a nice big hug. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Pardon me. Just thanking that lower back for helping us out today. Awesome job. Okay, so Send those legs long. We're gonna use a roll up to help us transition. So inhale at the bottom, exhale, we roll up. Good job. Grabbing our band. We're gonna send that band, we're gonna place it just above our knees, just around our thighs. It's gonna help create some resistance for us, okay? So again, I have a clip-in, not the wisest choice of hairstyle today, nonetheless. We're gonna go into some glute bridges, okay? So feet are hip distance apart. You want them as far out from your booty as you can when you come up, keeping everything nice and controlled. We wanna have almost like a triangle shape, okay? So arms are long beside us. We're taking those shoulders and we're gonna tuck them in those back pockets. That's another wonderful visualization. We wanna keep that upper body relaxed because we're only working our lower body. So we're gonna, palms are facing down into our mat. We're gonna take that nice deep inhale here, creating that rib flare. As we exhale, we're gonna take that rib flare away and we're gonna try to close the space between the bottom of our rib cage and our hip bones, okay? We want some spine articulation in this movement though. So we're not just lifting straight up and down, at least not yet. We're gonna do that later on. But to start, when you're exhaling, I want you to feel that natural tilt in your pelvis. You're gonna push through your heels and we're gonna come on up to the top, squeezing those glutes at the top. Take your nice deep inhale here. As we exhale now, starting from our shoulder blades, we're gonna curve that spine. So we're articulating it all the way back down onto our mat. Our lower back is the last thing to touch the mat, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Feel that tilt. We push through our heels, push through our hands, creating some tension in the arms. Inhale at the top. Exhale. We create that C curve in our spine. We come all the way back down. As we exhale, we push up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. On that exhale too, we're trying to flatten from hip bone to hip bone. Creating that nice flat belly. Last one. Okay, we're gonna hold here. On our inhale, we're gonna come down about halfway. Nice flat back for these. Exhale. We flatten, come all the way up to the top. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale up. Keeping those shoulders down. Nice and strong through the heels. Pushing against that band. Create your own resistance. Beautiful. Next time we're at the top, we're gonna hold here. This time we're gonna go into this completely flat back bridges. So inhale at the top. Exhale down. We're lowering and lifting all in one piece. Inhale. Exhale, nice flat back. We come up. Again, flattening through that belly. Inhale at the top. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale down. I know it feels like a lot of bridges. This is one of the best exercises if you have back pain. We got one more. Exhale up. Beautiful. Stay here. We're going to bring that right leg up to that 90. From here, inhale. We straighten that leg to hover. Exhale. Knee to chest. You do not have to go super close to your chest. I aim to come back up to that 90, but we are wearing a band, and sometimes they can get all kind of yucky as we move through movements. 2 more. Last one. Awesome job. Plant that right foot. We're going to ground through it now. Left leg on that exhale. Bring it up to 90 as my band rolls. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, knee back. Push through those hands. Fire up those triceps a little bit. Inhale, extend. Don't let that booty fall. Keep it up nice and tall. Again, with that exhale, we're flattening that belly. We got 3 more. Exhale. Last one. Plant that foot. Inhale, flat back all the way down. Give those knees a nice big hug. I love the feeling of this as I draw circles on the ceiling with my knees, just trying to massage out that lower back, thanking it for doing all the work today. When you're back at the top, go ahead and switch directions. And exhale as we work through that circle. Awesome job for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna come on up to that seated position. We're gonna lose the band. So we're gonna work on a little bit of upper body now. So we're gonna grab those dumbbells. Alrighty. We love a good arm burn. So Pilates arms, it's about low weight, high reps. And when you do that, you're really gonna feel that burn. That's not necessarily what we're striving for, but it will happen if you're doing this correctly. Okay, so we're gonna come on up to kneeling. If you have bad knees and this is a little too much for you, you can do this from standing. Okay, so again, I'm working with 3-pound dumbbells today. Like I said, I wouldn't go anything over 5. 2 to 3 spot, even 4 spot is probably the sweet spot for today. So when we're in this position, we don't want to look like a crazy person with back problems where we send that bum out really far and our belly comes out. We want to keep that core locked and loaded. That just helps us work our stabilizing muscles that are going to help support our spine and how it moves in everyday life. That being said, we want to stack our ribs over our hip bones. Okay, we're going to tuck that pelvis slightly. You're going to feel your glutes kind of click in there. Who doesn't love a little extra booty work, right? So our shoulders are going to come down. Again, we're visualizing tucking them in your back pockets. Our ribs are stacked over our hip bones. It's almost like you're envisioning that lower rib cage is sewn to those hip bones. Okay, there's a thread keeping them here so that we don't drift forward. We are going to start with some bicep curls. From here, we're going to exhale all the way up. Inhale, send it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Awesome job. Checking in with that posture. You should never be bored in a Pilates class because, let me explain. We're looking for that mind-body connection. So that just being said, we want to be very intuitive with the way we're moving. We want our muscles to be driven by our mind. Okay, that's how we can move with precision and control, which will help I shouldn't say that, or help reduce any risk of injury while moving. Okay, exhale up, inhale, 2 more, inhale down, exhale up. We're going to come down to 90. From here, we're going to pulse those arms up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Exhale, exhale. Yes, keep those shoulders down. That pelvis is not drifting forward. For 3, for 2, for 1. Send those arms completely down. Now we're going to come up with those pulses. Up, up. From the bottom half of that bicep. They should be starting to wake up, those biceps. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We're going to bring those arms out to that T position. Soft bend in the elbow, okay? We don't want to hyperextend. Keeping those shoulders down, we're just going to arm circle. Probably about the size, a little bit smaller than a dinner plate. For 4, 5, 6. Again, keeping that pelvis nice and tight, right? We have that thread connecting our ribs to our hip bones. For 3, 2, 1. Back at the top, we're going to switch directions. Those shoulders, we're waking them up. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale around. For 2, for 1. Awesome. Bring those arms up to that T position. I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys. We're going to go into some shoulder press. But as we exhale, we're going to come down, adding that thigh stretch. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Awesome job. If the thigh stretch is too much, just continue kneeling. If you're standing, I want you to just bend those knees slightly and then straighten back up. Awesome job. For 4, 3, 2, don't lose that core engagement. 1, come on, all the way up. We're going to pulse those arms up and down. Exhale up, up. Whew, shoulders. 4, 5, exhale. Keep that pelvis tucked. I just caught myself doing it. Super easy to lose it. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Drop those weights. Whew, good job. Stretch out. Give me a little bit of a child's pose. This is a wonderful stretch. Feels so nice. Awesome job. Come on back up. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of, let's say quad and booty work and hamstring work. So band's going to go back above our knees. You're going to meet me back in that tabletop position. Sorry, again for the cough. Seasonal allergies. Gotta love it. Okay, so in this tabletop position, we don't want to let our lower back sag. We want to keep everything nice and straight, almost like you're going to balance a book on that lower back, okay? Even as we're working, I don't want you to lose that core engagement. So shoulders are over top of our wrists. We're going to send that right leg long. Sometimes my band doesn't like to cooperate for this, so if you hear it or see it roll up, just ignore me over here. We want to push away from that mat, creating space between our shoulder blades, okay? Get a little bit of upper body work as well. We're gonna tuck our chin towards our chest so that it's like our neck, head, and back are all in a straight line, and we wanna keep that there. We're looking for length again, right? And that spine. So, taking that inhale here to prepare, our toes are pointed on our working leg. As we exhale, we're gonna bring that leg up to hip height. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Inhale down. Beautiful. We got 4. Exhale, lift. 3. We got 2. And we got 1. Hold at the top. And we're going to pulse. Baby knit pulses, nice and slow. 8, 7, 6. Reach with those toes. We're reaching through the crown of our head too, like we're going to grow an inch. And 1. Hold it up. Just squeeze that glute. Squeeze those hamstrings. For 6, 5, 4. There's my band. 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything back into center. Restacking everything. We're going to send that left leg out. Readjust that band if you need to. Again, checking in with that starting posture. We're pushing away from our mat, reaching through the crown of the head, reaching with those toes. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift to hip height. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Beautiful. Pushing away from our mat. Create that space in between our shoulder blades. We're balancing that book on our tailbone like we're Beyonce. If we remember that. The glass. For 3, 2, hold it up. We're going to pulse. Nice slow pulses. Those hips are facing the mat. Don't let that hip drift open. Exhale, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it up. Squeeze that glute. For 6, 5. Are we shaking? 3, 2, 1. We're going to push right back into child's pose. Taking that second, reaching with those fingers. Beautiful. Come on back up. We're going to finish with a little push-up series. So if you have your band handy, which you should, you can do this without your band as well. The band just kind of helps assist you with being able to come back up, because tricep push-ups can be a very challenging exercise. They're almost an advanced exercise, but they're so good for us. It really is. You're going to feel it in your triceps, but you're going to feel it in your core. You're going to feel it in your back. You're going to feel it in your glutes. You're going to feel it everywhere. So you're going to meet me in that high plank position. Putting that band around our bicep area. The reason for that is when we come down at the bottom, it's going to assist us as we come up, okay? If you need to do that push-ups from your knees, go ahead and do that. I just want you to walk those knees out nice and far so you're in that push-up position, still where you're going to have your core working as well, okay? If not, I challenge you to meet me in that high plank position. Pelvis is tucked. Elbows skim our ribs, okay? So we inhale down. Exhale up. Beautiful. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep that pelvis tucked. Core is working. We got 2 more. Last one. Awesome job. We're going to push all the way back into child's pose, hanging out here just for a second. I'm going to lose that band because it got all yucky, got all kind of twisted around itself. Forehead meets your mat. On your next inhale, come on back up to that seated position. Meet me in crisscross applesauce. We're just going to finish class with a couple breaths. Just some nice deep breathing. We're going to bring those shoulder blades up to our ears. On the inhale, exhale, shoot them down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, down. Awesome job today, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed my video, like and subscribe. I will be posting 2 Pilates workouts a week just to kind of set the tone for all of us. And I hope to see you at my next video. Thank you.